Bam! Okay guys, let's go right into it and talk about macros, specifically protein. So a lot of you guys still don't understand keto. It's like some stupid word that gets tossed around with absolutely no science or no meaning behind it. So people keep having their protein too high. Now, the reason why people eat too much protein on a ketogenic protocol is because they're afraid of the fat. Let's keep it real. And I keep having people inbox me these crazy ways of thinking, and I'm like, this is a ketogenic diet. This is a high fat, low carb, very moderate protein. So let's break down why moderate protein. Like, what were we? Some post-apocalyptic zombies, we're just eating all this protein all the time? No, people, use your heads. Yeah? This one. Out in the wild, you wouldn't have freezers and refrigerators and all this kind of stuff. And you wouldn't even have the accessibility to big game. That's the way it is. So the fact that people think that they need so much dietary protein for protein synthesis is first of all, you have to look at the quality of protein that we're consuming. It's shit. Let's keep it real. Poor quality animals that are injected and in small little boxes eating corn. So right there, the protein's crap. That's the reason why people have issues with protein coming from, let's say, beef or from pigs. But the reality is that the protein shakes, the pea protein, the plant protein, you don't count that as your protein allotment on keto because it is incomplete. It does not have the 20 amino acids to build muscle. And unfortunately, it doesn't provide you with the leucine that you need to get ketogenic. But then you guys have too much protein shakes, right? The shakes are hydrolyzed in powdered form. Your body doesn't have to digest it, and boom, here you are dumping 20, 30 grams of protein in a shake in 2 seconds. Your body cannot eat, digest, and get that protein in the bloodstream in enough or a smooth enough fashion for your body to uptake those proteins and use them as viable proteins. It just doesn't work that fast. So a lot of that protein gets stored when it can't use this fast. We're eating 40 grams of protein or 30 grams of protein. It can't eat, digest, and use that protein all at once. So what it can't use, it stores as fat. That's the problem. And with ketogenic people, they will notice very quickly that when their proteins start getting over, especially with the men, over 25 grams of protein per meal, then what their body cannot eat, digest, and use converts into glucose, and their glucose spikes. So why are you eating 140 grams of protein? I mean, it matters if you lift. It matters how much muscle you have. Now, I'm 5'3". I eat about 50 to 53 grams of protein a day, and I still keep, as you guys see, I keep gaining muscle. We have to look at the fact if your body can enter the parasympathetic state in the evening. That's the issue, right? Are you getting good sleep? Are you having a good growth hormone response? Are you having a good adrenal response? Because if your adrenals are like this, and that conversation between the hypothalamus, pituitary, adrenal axis, and the adrenals, like specifically, are not, the hypothalamus talking to the pituitary, which is talking to your adrenals. If those things aren't functioning properly, then a lot of you guys, when you're digesting food and you're reliant on food as energy, becomes like disjointed. It's an interesting process that when you don't eat on a timely manner, if you're having too much protein and not enough fat to convert into the ketones, then here you have the protein competing with the fat, and there's so much glucose through stress, the adrenals, hypothalamus, pituitary, adrenal, stress, and then we have your carbs are too high. You guys are eating up to 50 carbs because you heard it somewhere on the internet. And then you're having protein that you're not utilizing, and that spikes your glucose. And then the fat is too low, and you're not in ketosis. because you're not eating starches. You guys are, I'm in ketosis. I lost 15 pounds of water and muscle, which leads me to the video I'm going to do about can you do keto for the long term. So with that said, you guys are doing the wrong application of keto. Use a glucometer, test your blood sugar, test it all day long. You'll be like, damn, she's right. Are you under 80 milligrams per deciliter in glucose with a 1.8 to 3.0 ketone with amazing energy? Don't just believe the hype. Question me, question everything you hear on the internet, because 9 times out of 10, you're not adapted. If you guys want to learn more about macros and how to get this stuff right, women between 45 and 55, 58 grams protein, depending on how active, how tall, how much muscle you have. And also with men under 100, but this video is getting too long because I'm trying to keep it at 3 minutes. If you guys want to learn more, you can go to stephanieperson.com. I also have a Facebook keto course, so you can go to stephanieperson.com to learn about that. As you guys know, I'm writing a book, and there's only one version of keto. There's only one. You're either adapted or you're not. So just because you're losing weight on the scale does not mean you're adapted, which is why people can't do keto for the long term, because the thyroid blows out. Right, guys?